Yep. So yeah, no. So right now, what the fans are seeing right now is the No Chaser logo right now. So we'll be able to do logos for everybody.
Oh, it says live right there. Look
Yeah.
at this. Hell
Yep.
yeah.
There you go. And then
Share that shit.
the video will
Where at?
switch.
Where do I go to Tories?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go to my page. Yeah.
EPA protection in real life in this bitch.
There we go. There we go. So right now
Ain't
they
got
can
no
see.
beer, though. Look at that certified security lines logo. It's fire.
Yep, yep. It's gonna cycle through, and then it's gonna. He said in well, I got like what, probably like 45
What up,
seconds.
family? I know. I should have told
Why
you.
ain't you on the cast?
I love you.
Cause she didn't answer the
Swag.
phone.
She sounded like she was a little upset.
Yeah.
She
Isn't
said
every
she's
girl?
ready to.
I was just gonna say, what can you do?
Ah, you right. Yeah, you right.
So the thing's already on the Facebook
It's
too.
Yeah.
it's live right now. It's just scrolling through.
Yep. And then at that, then
Okay.
we'll know when it. Dun, 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 dun.
Did you guys finally see the video of what's his name getting dragged out of the car?
Tyreek Hill?
Yeah.
The same day.
Oh yeah. What the
Yes. The same day. Well, yes.
Stupid.
That cop is such an idiot. But you know what though, he is too. For him to just be like, yo, give me my ticket, and let me get on my way.
No, that's not an idiot, bro. He gotta go to the game, bro. He's like, yo, like why we?
But
There's no conversation to be.
That
had.
guy didn't even give him his name.
There's no conversation to be had.
And that dude was white and he was working. Do you really think he'd
That
watch
dude was
football?
Mexican, bro.
That dude was not white.
That dude was Mexican.
That was not a white guy.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Though, like he
I
ain't
know what you
watching
mean.
football. He don't know who Tyreek Hill is.
It doesn't
Bro.
matter.
They know who Tyreek Hill is.
No way, dog.
And then the fact that the reason Tyreek was heated is because he pounded on his window, bro.
Of
Yep.
course.
The fact. What
And
do you
the
mean?
only-
Why he
Remember we went over this though?
The tent.
Tinted
Why-
windows.
why
You
he-
can't see inside. What's up?
Yeah,
Oh
we
my
talked about it
God.
last week.
Wow.
No, we talked about
No,
tinted
me and
windows
Tori
last
talked
week.
about this last week. And he goes, "It's my windows. I can do whatever the hell I want."
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 16 of No Chaser. I got two guests here today. We're gonna wrap our episode around today around security, and I got two business owners here today. My name is Tori Slaughter, and to my right,
I'm the one and only, the hood's favorite white guy.
why y'all both laugh?
They don't know though.
He said, "What hood?"
They don't know my credentials. It's okay.
And then our two guests coming in. We're gonna let you go. We're gonna go from left to right.
Hey, how's it going? My name is Jeffrey. I'm the owner of Roy Enforcer Security out of Lawrence, Mass. What up? What up?
My name is Byron, owner of Certified Security Alliance.
All
out of
right.
New Hampshire, in
Uh,
Cleveland City.
I was gonna say New Hampshire, Massachusetts. Why you being humble?
I'll be all over.
Yeah, no. Reason we brought him in today is because one of the biggest things people talk about is the safety and security of our nightlife out here, and also other aspects. You know what I mean? So since COVID, there's definitely been a big shift in like the responsibilities of security, especially with the staff. There's been a big shift on who does security, who doesn't do security. So one of the first questions that I have for you guys, and then we can answer from left to right, because actually, before I even ask questions, I want you guys to give a brief description to everybody on like what style security you provide. I guess that'd be smart. That way people can follow the conversation we have a little bit better. So, okay, Byron.
You want to
you
start
wanna
with me? I started off bouncing, but right now I'm in the private security sector, mostly bodyguard work. I got high end clientele. Mostly it's just me doing all the footwork. I'm not like Jeff, man. He's well established. He's got multiple people. I'm trying to get like him one day. So right now we're just building. 2 years deep, man. I started last year, 2023, but I've been in the game for like 10 years doing security.
So with me, as my guy Byron told you, I have a company of employees. So we do clubs, bars, events, just pretty much anything you need security. If it's an indoor, outdoor, hold the door down, hold the floor down, we supply that. And we got a couple private contracts as well. But I'm trying to be like Mr. Byron with the high-end clientele. So we kind of do
We're
it.
going to talk. off camera.
Yeah,
see?
I know. But nah, that's about it. Just that's the type of security we provide overall.
All right. So with that being said, I love that you guys have two different clientele that you guys are targeting right now, which makes this question all the more better. All right. So when you're selecting your team, what are some of the criteria of people that you look for? Because I know security can be male or female. So what are some of the criteria that you look for?
With me, size is not what I'm looking for. I like mind power because at the end of the day, you can be the biggest guy. That doesn't mean you can be the best guy. Patience. You definitely got to have patience in this game. You're going to have to repeat a lot. People drink. People, when they drink, they don't listen. So you got to talk to them a couple times. And overall, it's something that comes with the game that you got to have patience and key, and you got to be firm. You can't be flimsy with your words. You can't say this is how we're doing it and then switch off and then you get caught looking bad. So you got to always stay to your word and be patient in this game. And that's kind of the top things I'm looking for. And it's always in any job, responsibility. You got to be responsible for your words, your actions, and everything overall.
I mean, there's no, like he said, there's no specific criteria what you're looking for. You're looking for people who are looking to diffuse a situation more than anything. I want people who could like talk to anybody. You know what I'm saying? I want people who could who know how to listen. You know what I'm saying? Me in my area right now, I do a lot of. I don't have a team of guys like Jeff has right now. So what Certified Security Alliance means I do a lot of jobbing out to other guys and stuff and just finding the right people for the right type of work. So when I'm in the private sector, I'm looking for a certain look, you know what I mean, as far as doing the club stuff, because it's a little bit, almost anybody can do it. It's not as sought after. You pay a little bit less, but when you get into what I'm doing, I need people to be clean. You know what I mean? I got guys who, unfortunately, you got long dreads or you know what I mean, you're not clean shaven, you don't know how to dress or look proper. I can't take you. And sometimes I can't say that to you directly, but it's like these are the type of things that we need. I got guys who need clean cut guys.
So
Tori, you did a job with me before.
I know. I'm gonna say I've done a job with you before.
Business,
business
we
formal.
Got you a suit immediately.
Yeah.
I was like, you need a suit. Boom,
No, suit immediately, and then like I will say, the job is absolutely seamless. You know what I mean? You.
Yeah.
I spent the whole day just in one spot, just looking intimidated, and that was it.
I mean, you didn't have to look intimidating. I mean,
it's easier that way. Less people approach you.
Yeah.
But I what he's saying about that whole private, you got to have a look.
Yeah.
Because you're representing the client.
Yep.
You're their how can I say, their face. The first person they see is you because you're covering him or protecting him. You're opening the door for him. You're walking him into the building. You're walking him into whatever private thing you got going on, whatever, you're representing him. So if you have your beard all looking bad, your raggedy shirt with a ketchup stain, that's how you're bringing him in. You're making him look bad because you're representing him.
I could see them not taking the client seriously because he don't even take the people he surround himself with seriously. I can see that.
Exactly.
I can see that. All right, now in regards to the nightlife, because I know we've all been there at one point in time, right? We come down to the nightlife. What are some of the things you don't want on your team? You know what I mean? Like, what are some? We gotta talk about it because
we're gonna talk about
a lot of people think that like all security is being big, tough, and rocking the shirt that says security.
Absolutely not.
No.
Man.
So, what are some of the don'ts?
I'll tell you
what I
right
mean?
now, one of the first things I explain to people is like, not all security is the same. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like calling a bottle girl and bartender the same thing. You know what I mean? It's the same type of job, but it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? Just like, if you're a bodyguard, you got to show up and you got to have your little, the nasty costumes on that they be wearing. Not nasty, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Those things that captivate the guy at your table and stuff like that. You can't wear that when you're being a bartender. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa in a lot of places. So like, same thing with security, man. Like I said, when it comes to the look and all that, like being suited up for one job, and then I got some clientele who don't want you to be suited up. They want you to blend in with them. So I got guys who,
I got those. You just come regular, like you look like you're hanging out with them.
Exactly.
So
I got
they don't
guys.
even know your security.
Exactly.
I got that
you know,
too. Yeah.
You just got to be ready to go at all times, and you got to be watching everybody. You know what I'm saying? So get back to your point. You got the next one. You got it.
Man, like you're saying, the don'ts that I don't want. There's a lot of things I don't want. I don't want people, like he's saying, that ain't looking clean. Because just because you're not working private don't mean you got to come to work at a club or at a bar dirty. You're still representing me and my company. That's why I have a contract of rules of things I expect. I expect you to come to work clean. I expect you to follow the rules, oblige by whatever laws or rules there are in that building. I don't need you making your own rules. Like, you know what, today I don't want to check you, or today I don't want to ID you.
Facts.
That one fuck up will break everything apart. That's why I try to tell people, I'm not here to be mean or be on top of you. You just follow these rules, we can run smoothly. You can build off this, because that's what I did. I started just as a regular security. Now, look, I own a company. I work with artists. I work with other owners. Where he's still in the building process. What I'm doing, you can do, but you just got to follow my way, just like I had to follow the guy that brought me into the game, their way.
That's smart. No, that's smart. It's usually how businesses work. You know what I mean? You start at the bottom, you move your way up. You know what I mean? Entry level doesn't mean you have to be entry level at all times. And how you carry yourself dictates how far you'll go in any company. So I don't see that being any different with security or whatnot. How do you guys handle disrespectful clientele?
I got this one first. All right.
I'm going right to the meat and potatoes.
All right, so we're gonna run into that. That's part of the game. That's part of the life. You're gonna have your smooth nights. Everything just goes smooth and perfect. But you're gonna have that one night. Might be one guy. Might be two guys. Might be at different times. You're gonna get with them. That's where the main point I said earlier. Patience. If you ain't got the patience to be able to speak to a person, diffuse the problem or whatever's going on, this ain't made for you, because you got to have it. You can't let your emotions take over the way you want to handle things, because if you do, it's gonna go bad. It might go bad on you, it might go bad on the person, but it's gonna go bad. So the main thing, you just want to take your time, diffuse the situation, have patience, and just get your message across, because sometimes how you're saying it to a regular person, they might not take it like that. So you got to find the ways around it to get that person to see what you're seeing. You might have to talk a little bit more. You might have to add smaller words, bigger words, whatever the case, or a metaphor. Hey, this is like this, and this is what you're doing. You know, you got to find your ways to break it down so we can both come to the resolution of what we want.
I mean, there's many ways to I try not to be a hypocrite, because I've been on both ends of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I've been a patron, I've been security, but the key is definitely respect, for sure. Trying to diffuse the situation. I'm not gonna lie. I've had a. I'm trying not to. I don't want to bring it up, but I did have a situation with one of his guys, man, where disrespect did come into a factor, and I handled it in a way I didn't really want to handle it. But I wouldn't recommend anybody handling it that way. You know what I'm saying?
Well, like, and I guess in that example, right? So, like, you would put yourself in the security shoes, not as a customer. So the question is how do you deal with disrespectful clientele from the
Always
security
respectfully.
standpoint?
Always respectfully, bro. Always, especially when when your name is attached to it.
Mhm.
So now now being an owner, I have to be very careful how I handle all of these. All right, Sammy. All these situations with patrons and stuff. I know he was real mad at me when I handled a certain situation a certain way, because his name is attached to it. You know what I'm saying? So it's always key to be respectful to people, and realize also that, like, when you're not security and when you pop out, people remember. You may not remember because you're working all the time. You don't take anything personally when you're security.
Mhm.
But then, 3-4 days later, you might run into somebody that you might have been disrespectful to. You could be at the breakfast spot. I tell people, you go to Red Arrow. You doing security when you're disrespectful to the wrong person, and then you got to go to Red Arrow. You're like, damn, he remembers you,
Yep.
and they want to touch you. So just always be respectful to everybody.
And just to touch on the subject, not to get in detail, the thing that happened with Byron, one of my guys, it's like you said, it was off the rip. It wasn't something like planned.
It wasn't
And
personal, that's for sure.
But then you can see the respect level between me and Byron, because what happened probably should have not happened how it happened. But me and Byron on top of guys that we could speak to each other, and then he acknowledged after, you know what, I did wrong. That's my bad. So sometimes you might make the wrong decision, but it takes a big man and a smart man to after acknowledge the mistake and then talk with you. And then me as a owner, speaking to an owner, we were on the same page of that. We moved on, and now look at us sitting next to each other, all smiley and giggles.
There you go. Two owners. Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, goodness gracious. You got any questions for them?
Me, I just kind of like want to know, like, is it really worth it anymore? Because like some of these times, like some of the places we go, these guys that work security are always bitching that they get like 150 or 200 for the weekend, and like especially now with the way people are moving, like you walk outside, dude, you're gonna catch a stray bullet for 150 bucks for the weekend. Like, is that really worth it?
Can I get that first? So, right?
I was say I want a piece of that question
This is
too.
why I started Certified Security Alliance, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to dibble and dabble in a lot of different avenues of security as far as training guys and preparing them, right? So that comes along with making yourself more valuable. You know what I'm saying? Like if you take your job seriously, there's certain things that you can do to make yourself more valuable and make sure that when a club owner or promoter hires you, that you can make more money. You're going to walk in the door, you're not going to make shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And they might just throw you at the front door just to see how you do. You know, because the turnover rate is so rapid when it comes to security, especially in the clubs. So I want to teach guys how to, you know, I want to make them more knowledgeable about the things that they should know about, especially like when, you know, the liquor commission comes in, or, you know, when what the owners and bartenders expect from you that'll make you more valuable real fast. Like knowing how, like little stupid stuff, like knowing all the exits, knowing the capacity, knowing where every fire extinguisher is, like little stupid shit like that. Because those are things that you should know. Because when something goes wrong, it's not about just knocking people out. It's about keeping everybody safe, right?
That's what I'm saying.
So that's key. It's just, you know, making everybody more valuable. That'll make you more money.
One little fight breaks out, and you just got random ass people, and then next thing you know, they're throwing up gang signs. They're throwing up gang signs. And you're going there to do your job, and next thing you know, you walk outside that door.
Nah, don't be Superman.
You don't have to be Superman.
Yeah.
You're just doing your job.
Exactly. Don't be Superman.
You're trying to just ask somebody to leave.
And trust me, I've been in those situations where I tried to be Superman. You pay the price.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of agree with him. It's worth it. Because we're trying to build something that, one, well, just to start off the rip, it's worth it to me because I have guys that work for me that have told me I've applied so many places and they just won't hire me. And you hired me and you gave me a chance, and now I'm able to put food on the table. I'm able to pay bills. So that alone is worth it to me. It's not even the money I make. You know how good I feel seeing my guys working, making money. They giving me stories, telling me, yo, they were applying for months, or they were about to get kicked out of their house, or just those stories. That alone is worth it. I don't care if I'm making $500 a week, $5,000 a week. I have many stories of many of my employees that came up to me and thanked me, and I'm at a position in life where I can help people. I can help my mother. I can help family members because of this business. So when you ask me if it's worth it, yeah, those smiles that I see off my employees, or the smile of my mother being proud of me, yeah, it's definitely worth it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Especially where I came from to where I'm at now. Trust me, 10, 15 years ago, I didn't even see myself alive.
What you put into it, you'll get out of it for sure. Because when I first came into it, I was like, damn, this is crazy. I'm not going to tell you where I worked, but I mean,
I can
a couple
attest.
spots in Lawrence, a couple spots in Manchester where I was like, damn, man, I'm only making, you know, $12 an hour in the books.
Man, I was making sometimes $50
You know?
a night.
Exactly. In the books.
Oof.
So you
Which is
talking about
crazy.
you talking about giving your life for 150, 200?
Nigga,
Oh, we ain't
$50.
giving my life for
That's
$50.
it, it's 50.
But when you
Well,
hit,
you
when,
working
you,
on-
when you hit the hard times, you take what it is.
I will attest though, as far as like the comment that you said is like risking your life on that. The only people that run into situations where their life is even at risk are instigators. I've never seen.
That's not
Not
true.
always.
That's not
I
true.
mean,
We
mo-
all
all
agree.
right,
That's
so-
not true.
Hold on,
Some
hold on.
shit-
I
some
get what
shit
you're
pop-
trying to say.
some shit pops
Majority
off.
of the time.
And you
Majority,
have to
yeah,
go
that's what
and
I'm
do your
saying. A
job, though.
majority of the
Majority
time, honestly, like as far as security goes, like people like security, like life at risk as security. It's just like the only time I've ever seen security in a bad rut or in a bad situation with security that instigated the situation they were in.
No,
And I'm not saying that's for all of them. I'm just saying the ones I've seen.
You got
Like,
two big parties, dude. Your job is to go in there and just break it up. You don't have to
job-
hit anybody, but when you break it up, people don't like that. People don't like being touched.
I-
Tori, something pops up with you. Anybody goes over and puts their hands on you,
Don't
what
touch
happens? There you go. Well, their job is to just
Well, but
hey,
that's because-
calm you down. If you're holding on to somebody,
Am
they
I-
pick you up. What happens?
But
But
touching
I'm-
people isn't the way to calm people down.
That touching people. Thank you. I was just going to say, but touching
Calm
people.
people down without touching.
I am not somebody.
Depends at what point we're at too. 'Cause
Exactly.
If
I've
you're
never-
already at a physical
If you're already
altercation,
beating
shoving,
somebody up,
pushing,
bro, you gotta
we're
get
not
you
gonna
up.
talk to you. Hey, you want to let him go?
Yeah,
by the
right,
neck?
that's what I'm saying.
Let's try to talk this out.
That's what's crazy is I'm that simple though. Sometimes I'm
No,
that
you
simple.
are.
You can
I'm
walk
just
up to
saying.
me and just be like,
But
"Yo,
there's-
chill," and I'd be like,
But
"All right,
that's what you
bet."
gotta-
But there's
put
times
hands on
you
somebody,
can't talk to
There are people that only you personally, like, oh,
See,
he might
exactly.
kill him right now. I'm not gonna see. Let me see me talking to him while he's
Yeah.
choking him. If he'll let him go.
I'm just not in those scenarios. Those scenarios don't apply to
But
me.
what I'm saying, it's not.
But I understand what y'all saying.
It's
I
getting
do.
worse.
I do
now,
understand
though.
what y'all saying.
It's not getting better.
But like,
it's getting worse.
But like, what the thing that's saying, like the part that you attested
I don't
to.
think it's getting worse, bro.
you think it's getting better?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
I'm talking
from
about
when
how the club scenes look like.
from when I
5, 10
first
years
came
ago.
to like Manchester, like shit, 2020.
What about me and Lawrence?
I mean, I haven't been working in Lawrence in a minute, but like as
Man,
far as
there was
if I was to
fights
compare
every
Manchester
weekend.
4 years ago to now,
It's like
well, because it's not the club scene isn't the same as it was before COVID, bro. You're talking about a bunch of lounges now. You know what I'm saying? Where
True.
You're seeing a lot
True.
of loungy type places where people are more chill. You know what I mean? It's a calmer environment. The DJs that they have are playing, calmer music and shit
Yep.
like that. So like, I haven't seen the type of ratchetness that I seen back in like 2020.
which I agree. Yeah, no.
And Lawrence, I know there was always fights at the end of the nightclub. That's why in Lawrence, Fridays are the only night it's till 2. If you ever notice, Saturdays and Sunday, they pushed them back to 1 because of all the fights. I forget how many years it was or months, but they finally gave an hour back to Lawrence that you could be open till 2 now on Fridays. But Saturdays and Sundays are still only to 1 because of all the fights, shootings, stabbings that were happening in the early 2000s to mid 2000s. Now you don't see it like that anymore. So it got better for me in my area at least.
That's good. No, that is really good because that's like one of those things. How do you get guys that you know what I mean? Like I'm sure at first I'm sure at first everything is cool until some shit were to pop off and they see it. Then they're like, whoa.
Yeah. So what's the curriculum like? Right. So like, say you bringing on a new guy, right? How do you go about making sure that that new guy you brought on is prepared to be on work shift?
I mean, you're the one with the guys, but
Yeah,
if
true
it was
that,
me-
yeah.
Hold on, before you even say that, I mean, I'll answer it first. It depends on what you bringing him in to do. Like, is he gonna be, I think a door guy is like way different than your general floor guy. You know what I'm saying? That door guy gotta have like key patience. Biggest thing is patience because he's gonna get tested all night. He's gonna get bombarded all night with bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So when you're looking for a good door guy, you need somebody who's patient. You need somebody who's like thick skin. You know what I'm saying? And somebody who's not gonna bullshit at the door because it's a big responsibility making sure nobody comes in with weapons, nobody's coming in with drugs, nobody's taking bribes at the door and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Bribes at the door, that's a tough one. You know what I
The
mean?
biggest one, I know you're gonna forget, but I want to say, reading people. You gotta
Reading
read a
people,
person.
yeah.
Are they coming here to
sure.
have a good time, or are they coming here because they're looking for somebody? Are they good? Or are they a little bit too tipsy? And if we let them in, they're just gonna get to the point they're gonna be a problem.
You gotta know how to talk to them before.
Yeah.
I learned it from a guy whose name shall not be mentioned. We used to use a term called signs of confusion. We would say, "Hey, man, you look a little bit confused tonight. You look like you kind of we don't use words like drunk and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But we would use ways to calm somebody down. If you say something like that, it's gonna activate them. Next,
Yep.
thing you know, you got a problem.
I'm
out there.
not drunk.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I mean, floor guys, floor guys are normally a floor guy isn't as. That's what I'm saying. That's why goes back to the last question when you're talking about like what makes somebody more valuable type stuff. A floor guy, you don't really need that much out of a floor guy,
No.
except for just the most important thing is what you said at the door is reading people
Yeah.
when you walk in the floor.
But you said it
You
earlier.
go.
You're
This is
forgetting.
your avenue. This is
I
better.
got
You're better
you.
with this.
So, floor guys are really important. I say even as much as the door guy, because they're the one that's seeing the whole inside. They're reading the environment. They're reading, are these people having a good time or are they arguing? especially in our town, the Hispanics are loud. They always like, they talk with their hands. Like, are they talking? Are they joking? Or they were out to go at it.
Right.
And the biggest thing, like he said earlier, defusing situations. We gotta first get to the problem before it's a problem. We don't wait until boom. Okay, that's why I tell my flow guys, I don't want you to be working there and wait till somebody gets hit, and then you're like, okay, now let me go over there. No, if you see back and back, mean grills, eyes, flare nose, hands lifted, pointing, like, something that makes you feel like they're about to go at it or it's about to go down, I need you to go up there and just go, hey, we guys good? We good? Like, get in that middle. Put that separation, because the closer a person is, the more chance of them just going at it. Now, if you get in there and create space without being disrespectful, we're not just slide in there in between them. For all we know, they were just probably talking.
Right.
But that's why, to me, floor guys are really important, just as much as door guys. But I understand.
I'm biased because I spend majority of my time at the door.
Exactly.
Because I'm good at
you see
reading
the game
people,
from that view.
and I know how to nip it in the butt before they get inside. I can see like who's gonna be trouble, and I'll be like, yo. You see this dude right here, man? He was giving me trouble at the door. Keep an eye on him. You know what I'm saying? You see that guy over there at the bar talking to the bartender? That dude's been. He looks like he's a little bit more intoxicated than normal. You know what I mean? He's been somewhere before this. Keep an eye on him. He might have to go soon. But yeah,
pretty much going off like how do I prepare somebody for that? You give them examples. You let them know, hey, this is something with that. I like to ask the questions like, hey, if this was you, what would you've done? Or I ask those random questions. Okay, you know how to read an ID? Tell me, if I was born in 2002 this time, am I good? I make sure to ask, because there's people like you think they know how to read IDs, and you ask them easy questions. If I was born in 2004, am I good to go? Yeah, you're 18. But what do you know if the club is 21 plus? Oh, you're still good. What do you mean you're still good? You're not even 21. You're 20, man. 2004 to 2024, that's 20 years. See how quick off the mind? You got to be quick like this. Because when you're at that door, you can't tell a person, hold on, let me do math, okay, 21. No, we're not here. You got to be quick in this game. That's it.
I thought-
if not, you're going to get
Does
trampled.
Mass turn the IDs like New Hampshire?
Like what?
They turn the IDs. So if you're under 21 on a New Hampshire license, it's turned upside
Horizontal, vertical is what he mean.
And then if you're 21, it goes.
Yeah, it does. But
pretty
remember,
sure.
it all depends on the expiration date. You could be 22 and your ID is still good. So let's say 2 more years after, and it's still.
But it should still be up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
No, I mean, sorry, it should be vertical.
Not if it hasn't expired yet, is what he's saying.
I'm still saying, because if they're not expired yet, you get it?
Oh, so IDs stopped expiring on your 21st birthday. They stopped doing that.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay, so I
they
didn't
stopped
know that.
doing that. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for us, like the day you turn 21,
Your
you're
ID expired.
Okay,
They
now
stopped
I'm
doing
not-
that.
I'm not
Yeah.
down there, yeah.
okay.
So you'll have
That's
somebody.
all.
Every 4 years?
It's every 4
4
years,
years.
4 to 5
5.
years,
So
or
let's
something
say
like
you
that.
got your new
Fine.
ID at the age of 20.
Yeah.
It's horizontal because you're still under the age of
So-
21.
so yeah.
But now you're like 24, but your ID is still
Okay.
horizontal.
So for us, like when we had that, when I lost my license and I had to get a new one, it still expired on my 21st birthday.
Okay.
Yep,
okay.
it didn't
No
matter.
matter what, it didn't
Yeah.
matter if you had that license.
They
for 1
changed
week.
that though, because
The minute
everybody.
you got it, it expired that day on your birthday.
Well, because they're doing a big push to everybody switching to the real IDs anyway.
Okay.
So they let loose. They
All right.
especially
But
with
that's only
COVID.
IDs. Remember, this passports. People can go in with
Yep,
passports.
passports.
They're not
Yeah.
switching
That's one of the
passports.
things
Right.
I
Yeah.
used to do, bro.
Passports, I thought were
I
always
used to
fun.
study IDs,
Yeah.
like for weeks. Anytime I was just studying IDs, bro. I used to get mad fakes. That's another thing
Oh,
a lot
man.
of guys don't know how to do no more because they're scanning them with their phones. They don't realize, bro, that these new fakes, you
They'll
scan
go
them
through.
easily, bro. I got like a stack of fakes at home just because I know how to check fakes
Oh, yeah.
on my own.
Yep.
I gotta learn how. That's it's becoming a lost art, bro.
Bro,
Is
it's
it
true. Just last week, I scanned one, ran through good. I looked at it, and then I know something off. That little holograph on the ID is not holograph, and it's just like a
hologram,
picture.
right? Yeah.
I'm like, it's supposed to be like an in and out
Yeah.
type
Yep.
of thing. I'm like,
On the
this
back
ain't-
or
this ain't-
whatever, you
this
can
ain't
look at
real.
the flashlight. It'll
I
show
started to
some-
learn, like, because we're in New Hampshire, you got to learn, you want to learn Vermont, you want to learn Maine, you want to
Yep.
learn.
Is that moose there or not?
Connecticut,
Is that what it was,
you
the
know what I
moose?
mean?
The
You
moose.
start to learn, like, Massachusetts, they're notorious for the URL on the back. The URL, if it don't say it, like a .gov, it would say something weird like mass dot something. But if you know mass ID, it's a .gov. You know what I'm saying? I was just nailing people for that. You know what I mean? I got stacks of mass ones. I got some green cards that split in half. They made out of paper and shit. Like, it was
Jesus.
crazy the shit that people try to do. Passports. They got fake passports, bro.
Yeah. Anything to go buy overpriced drinks? Wild. No. All right. So okay. So because you guys are men, right? So like, as far as hiring women on your team, right? So in the event you don't have women on your team, what are some examples of dues that you can give to other male security out there when handling women at the club?
Shit.
You could pick your own example too, whether it be over like
this is without having females, so it's only
this is
males.
you're under
Try.
unfortunately you don't have female
Okay.
security
First things
available.
First, you try to get your next closest female employee on staff to help you out.
Yeah,
like a
you can
bartender
always bring
or
your exactly.
manager. You know what I'm saying? Like,
There's always gonna be at least one female working. If it's not security,
Mhm.
management, bottle girl, bartender, somebody.
try to avoid a bottle girl.
If it gets to the point, I know. If it gets to the point,
They always ready to throw that.
if it gets to the point of hands on.
Correct.
Now, if it's not hands on, as always, try to talk it through.
Mhm.
My favorite line, I'm gonna put it out here. If ever I got an issue with somebody and I need to get them out the building, but I don't want to put my hands on them, I can't hear you. Can you come outside? I need to talk to you.
That's a good one.
And
I
they'll
love
be like,
that
what?
one.
And I'm like, nah, come outside. I gotta talk to you.
I use that
Once
I
we
love
have
that
them
one.
out that building, I don't care if they left their purse, their coat, their phone, their whatever they left inside. Whatever they left, we will bring to you, but you are no longer able to come inside.
I've done that one a couple
I've
times.
used it.
That's-
That's
I love that
favorite
one.
ones right there, bro. That's a
it.
go-to right
When
there.
they walk themselves out, like you just took the whole job. It's so much easier.
Yep. Like, oh, you're outside? Oh, stupid. I do it all the time. No, that's definitely a good one. You got any more questions? I got some more. I got like 1,000, so I can keep going.
Man,
You
your
ready?
questions are too easy.
What?
It's
Well,
gonna be
well, I
hard.
want it to be because there's a lot of people who don't know like the job as far as security. Because there's a lot of people who just think that like, oh, this is just a dude that wears a shirt that just checks my IDs and that's it.
And sometimes it is like that.
You know what I mean?
Some places you go like that.
Yeah, you
what I'm
know.
saying?
So like, I want people to like, and then also there'll probably be some people that are looking like that are in the security area, or whatever. So this is also like an open interview format for them too as well. So,
I think what puts my company different than a lot of companies is that I try to tell my team, yeah, you're hired to do security, but that's not the only job you're gonna do. I don't care if it's taking out trash, grabbing a mop, grabbing a bottle. I need you guys to stand out and do more. Because if let's say one day they say we don't need your services, they're gonna feel the difference. Because now there's no security
That's what
team.
goes into making you more valuable, like I said
Exactly.
earlier.
Like you could bring a new team, but maybe that new team say, "I'm here for security. I ain't here to pick up your bottles. I ain't here to mop your floor. I ain't here to take out your trash." Even it's just those little things that make us stand out. Like, wow, he made our jobs or my team's jobs easier by helping. At one club, my team, after we get everybody out the club, after we clear the whole front, everything's all good. We go back inside. We help pick up all the bottles, all the where the bottles go in, bring it to the bar. Then we move all the tables so the girls can sweep up, pick up, and then we leave. And then I make sure I check with the owner, manager, hey, we all good? Yeah. That's not something asking me. That's something I told my team we do from now on at this club, especially on Sundays because it's a sold-out Sunday every Sunday. That little thing is making us stand out. Who appreciates it? Who appreciates us is now the owner, the bottle girls, the bartender, who's ever thinking or cleaning. They're gonna be like, wow, they helped us, and they don't gotta give us nothing. We're doing it because we're here to help each other, and that's what I try to do.
it's a good example of building value. Yeah.
And respect.
Yeah. No.
And just respect.
I guess my next question to be for you guys is why should somebody want to work under you to do security versus being solo? So what benefits do people have, joining Royal Enforcers instead of being a free agent out there, or, you know what I mean, joining Certified Security Alliance instead of managing for themselves? What makes that? What's that big difference? What's that pitch?
That's so easy. It's like saying, would you want to work? Would you want to play for a basketball team where you're the star, you're the one that gets all the shots or everything, or would you rather go play on a team under a Steph Curry or Michael Jordan and learn from them and be better at your game or master your craft? That's what me and Byron are. Me and Byron been through years of this, where you're probably gonna go through, or you haven't been through too, and you don't know how to handle it. Me and Byron already been there.
I'm about to say I've been through everything.
Like at the end of the day, like whatever you haven't probably thought about, we've gone through. So we can give you those 411. We can give you that tips. We can give you the ways of how to handle it, how to go about it, rights and wrongs. But you're more than freely able to go on your own, and I always tell everybody, I wish you the best. But when you're on my team, I'm going to try to do whatever I can to make you the best security, or at least better than when you came into my office. Even if you do end up leaving me or going to your own endeavors, at least I know you're more minded, or you have more about the game or the way it works. Passing the ball over.
I mean, that's a specialty question mostly for you, because I mean, all I really do is I contract other guys.
Yeah.
I don't got other guys under me, so I like how you answered that question because you know I'm learning too. You know what I mean? I'm taking notes from this guy. You know what I mean?
Goes both ways, bro.
So yeah, man.
Byron, what was it like working that music video with Joyner?
Oh,
Which one?
I was going to say, like,
This
Quite a
last
few.
what was this last one that he did? The one where like it was in downtown with all those people. How hard is
This
it?
ice cream shop?
Yeah,
Oh,
how-
shit, I forgot the name of that song. Oh, 17. It's called
17?
17. It was good.
How hard is it to like be able to read the people and decipher like who's with him and who's not with him?
Who's with Joyner? Who's not with him?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on his. Was on the team, so like I knew everybody who's on the team and who's not on the team. That's funny because that video he had me. I put together a team on the fly. It was just free agents, you know what I mean? A couple guys who own companies themselves, and but I mean, it was fun. It was easy. I mean, I don't know how to describe it, bro. Everybody like when that's like the top of what like it don't get better than that. I hope he get to like do shit like that because it don't get no better. Everybody knows, like, I want to give more credit to like James because James is my guy. You know what I mean? Shout out to James. James brought me on, had me working for Joyner and all that. But as far as that goes, man, it's just you feel like a celebrity sometimes too yourself. You know what I mean? Because I was synonymous for 3 years for being right next to the guy at all times. James don't like being. He likes being way in the back. Me, I don't mind being right next to him and shit. So everybody noticed me everywhere we went and stuff like that. On that video shoot, it was just, I don't know. It was just fun, bro. I don't know how to describe it. It's fire.
Something about private, it's trust. You gotta have trust for the guys you put to work with you, because like you say, you pick guys on the fly, but I bet you pick guys that he expected or knew that
He
they
knew
were gonna
that.
accomplish.
He knew that he could depend on me to select a
team that could
a
do their
decent
job.
group of guys. Like we, you know what I
Exactly.
mean?
That's the main thing in building a company. If it's for private, if it's for the clubs. I have my right-hand guy, Danger. He's one of
Danger's
my
the
best.
GOAT, man.
He's one of my
the GOAT.
best.
Shout out Danger, man.
Because at the end of the day, he's not size. That's what I was going off. Like, he's not a big guy, but that kid's heart and loyalty is like bigger than any guy that you can probably put next to him. No, I'm just bro.
Well, his work ethic number one. Like you can catch Danger on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Like he's gonna show up. He's reliable as hell. He's not the biggest dude. He knows how to speak to people. He doesn't like. You're never gonna catch him in the middle of a scuffle because he said something wrong to somebody. You know what I'm saying? But part of that, I mean, he's a smaller dude. Obviously, he's not probably not a fighter, but he's a talker. That's better than a fighter.
Yeah,
That's what you want. You want somebody who's gonna.
What you want in a big guy, he has in here and there. He has the head for the game, and he has the heart for the game.
Perfect.
He might not have the size, but he has those two things. And those two things are very hard to find out here in these streets. You can find big guys anywhere, but can you find a guy with that type of head for the game and that love for the game? And that's something he has.
Yeah, man, there's a certain guy.
Shout
who
out
fight
Danger,
first.
baby. Shout out Danger.
I mean, well, his name is Danger.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Like, if somebody told me, like, yo, somebody called security, and they was like, yo, Danger. Yo, I
Wow.
quit.
Yeah, I'm out.
I quit.
Where's the closest exit? Where's the exit? am
I
out.
apologize. Like, I
As far as
don't.
when he walks out.
Hey, I'm not gonna slander Danger over here. Man.
No, I'm not throwing no slander on her. I'm saying if I hear that name, I'm going like, yeah, nope,
I'm out.
nope,
Oh,
I'm good.
man, Danger's
I'm
the
good.
shit, man. I
But
talked to him
look at his
yesterday.
thing. You hear Byron, you know what you think, like, oh, big ass guy's gonna come out. Look who's coming out. Jeffrey.
As soon as
do
somebody,
we have names
yo,
that represent
I
big
love,
guys?
well, no, yo,
I'm
don't.
gonna go get Jeffrey and Byron. All right,
First of
go
all,
bring
don't
them
sleep on Jeffrey, because the way Bel Air made Jeffrey a hitman.
right.
Yo,
man.
listen,
Man.
Yo.
Jeffrey is to be reckoned with.
What about old school school Jeffrey.
No, old school Jeffrey was a butler. This
No, but
Jeffrey.
in this one, in the Bel Air, when he came out,
That's what I said. I said this
Oh,
Jeffrey's
yeah,
a
yeah,
hitman.
yeah.
Now I ain't talking about old school butler Jeffrey.
They just put a
who just
whole
did a
different
cameo.
level of respect
No,
on Jeffrey.
but yeah, no.
Byron hadn't seen it. Let's not mess this up for him.
I know a different Jeffrey. He had a whole island and shit. He dead now though.
Oh my Lord Jesus. Wild. On that note, when we hear Byron, all the girls immediately go, Byron. I had to throw that out there, man. You could cover them like that.
Can I ask a question?
You can ask a question. Go for it.
Who
Dun, dun,
you
dun.
starting a company? Who's one of the people you could say you're either most thankful for, or you want to give the most credit to, like kind of back you up? You know what I mean? You always got those people on your side of your team. If it's a mom, a sister, a girl, or a friend, who you say is the one that put you in the right state of mind, or to do this? Like, give you that push that you got this.
Like where I'm at right now, as far as like having the business part, or
Overall.
like from the beginning.
I would say a little bit, maybe the beginning and now. Could be
Yeah.
two different people.
Yeah, go through the timeline.
No, I probably wouldn't still be doing this now if it wasn't for James, Santiago, my homie, probably Gutter, the dudes that I was doing the private security with Joyner and shit, the Joyner squad, because I had no desire to even start my own business. It was actually supposed to be James who was supposed to start his own shit, and for whatever reason, it wasn't going as fast as I thought it should be going. So I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do it myself." So I give him credit for that for sure.
Yeah, okay. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, man.
No, I
What
just
about
asked
you?
that because I don't know if it happens to you, but to me, there are moments that like I sit in my office, I do scheduling, I do pay, and I
You do
just
the payroll
look
yourself?
around. I just like look by myself sometimes, or with the guys. But when I'm by myself, I just like look around, like, yo, I'm really here. Like I was saying earlier, I could have been somewhere totally different, but I'm here. Like I had people behind me that would push me, and I was always whatever. My girl, Vanessa, she was one of them. She was getting me these contracts, these books, like things about opening the business and all that. And that's what's crazy. Then I had my main guy, Lenny, I do private security for. He was another one that pushed me. Like, these are people that push me, and I just want to acknowledge them and let them know how much they mean to me, because I am where I am because of them, and especially my mom. But those two people right there, like, they pushed me to take the chance on this. It could have failed. It
Oh
could have.
man, you lucky, bro.
I'm over here trying to be cool. That was one of my questions. I'm timing my questions. Y'all keep running through my questions, answering them
good job,
early. Y'all doing good though. Y'all
You're very lucky because
I looked up and I'm like, damn, man, I had that question in my arsenal. I was waiting on
You know how many family members I be looking for? Like, I got two brothers that are like, man, I would nothing more I would want to just put on my brothers. You know what I mean? A couple, shit. I really wanted to team up with James at one point. Like, that was the plan. Sorry, I'm gonna keep slamming the table.
I was just gonna say,
and
like,
nigga,
goodness
come on,
gracious.
bust my ass. Yeah, he was like, yo,
He
do
gave
not
you
slam
one
on the
rule.
table. Definitely don't slam on the table. Yeah, my bad,
Fucking
Sammy. But
Byron. I'm gonna say it.
god damn, man, can't finish my
What's
thought.
up with the hard questions, man? I'm waiting, bro.
You say the hard questions.
I'm about to say, I'm the only one that actually wrote notes and shit too, bro.
You got some questions? You got some points that you think I missed? I mean, go for
Oh
it.
no! I done went through my checklist. I answered a couple questions using my.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I was going to say I had it set to a time outline period.
But you
yeah.
got a fucking photographic memory though.
I do.
Which is insane.
Yes, I do. I just
Literally
no equipment in
photograph.
front of me and nothing. Yeah.
I've never seen somebody memorize shit the way he does. So I'm like, I'm kind of fascinated how you keep coming up with questions, but no notebook in front of you,
notes, no,
it's
no,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
there's nothing on that side.
There's nothing on that
going
side.
down. That's all off the head.
The
I
only
can't
thing
do
up
that.
there is the clock. How much time the episode got left. But yeah, no. I prepare myself before this
What about you,
episode.
Brian? You
You know?
prepared yourself?
So.
I'm just winging.
No. Like,
My street hood, my street cred gets me through.
Street cred.
no, like,
You know, my homies trained me for
So
this.
I wanted to. So me, I was telling Tori before, like I would always try to help out and do security where I could here and there. I didn't necessarily ever really kind of like it. I feel like when you get into your spots, and like especially for you guys, especially Byron, because I've been out multiple times with Byron, I feel like the hardest part would probably be in the beginning, but as you guys build respect and build names for yourselves, I can see where like a lot of people like Byron doesn't even have to say anything or do anything. If some shit starts to pop up, Byron just kind of walks by, and then you kind of see everybody look, and then the next person they look for is Tori, and then they kind of all look back, and then you can kind of see people disperse. So, kind of hearing you say that you treat your company as if every member and every team member you have is family, I can see that any place that you probably hold a contract with, the reason that it's probably a lot smoother now is because I would imagine the clientele that goes there has almost as much of a personal relationship with you as your security guards. So they know if they come there and they start a fight, it's like starting a fight in your house. So if they're starting a fight in your house, they're disrespecting you. So if they're disrespecting you, then it's disrespecting their team. So therefore, like, I can kind of see where you're able, when you say, like, no, I don't really have to worry about, like, the stray bullets and is the $200 worth it, because you guys handle your shit on a professional level, and kind of the stuff that, like, I stopped going out for a long time, but recently going back out, I see, like, the places that I go to, now I can kind of tell the difference between you guys having contracted security work versus these guys just trying to hire kids and hire random adults that just need a fucking job.
Yep.
So by the way that you guys are explaining it, you guys are, like, I can tell that you're not, this isn't just like, hey, we do this on Friday, Saturday nights, I'm doing it for a paycheck. By you saying that that you give back to your employees, that you take care of your employees, this is your family. Outside of your normal family, this is your family. And that you ride or die, and that you stand up for your people, and that you're going to go to bat for your people. Absolutely. And it shows that you also go above and beyond for your customers if you're willing to mop the floors, take out the trash, and do all this, because I'll say it, you know I have no problem saying it, because they're bullshit employees that get paid, that their employees feel that it's not their fucking job. Or they feel that they don't have to do that their job is, I'm just a bartender, I'm just a bottle girl. Like, they don't appreciate their own job. So the fact that you show the owner that you appreciate it shows a lot in your character and who you are. Yep. And obviously, like, it also shows that your struggle that you had, that when you started, is like, you don't want to fail, that you'll do whatever it takes not to fail. So just by the way that you hold yourself and the way that you carry yourself and the way you take care of your business, like, you can tell, like, I don't even know you, and I can already tell that you're a humble human being that will literally give the shirt off your back for somebody else, so you don't have to worry or question your word. So when your customers and the people that are there already know that about you, it's a lot easier for you to do your job and not have to worry about the bullshit, because everybody already has that same level of respect for you.
Where's that cheesy violin music
at? I appreciate it. No, that was a dope. So the cool part about what he just said, right, it was a dope synopsis of all the information that he took in, right? And it's kind of the end result that I wanted out of this podcast. So like he said, like, he don't know you from a hole in the wall, and just based off the information you give. So, like, I want that to be how he feels right now is what I want to bestow on all the viewers or whatnot. That's why my questions are directed to ask that way.
And his words mean a lot, because that's kind of the message I'm trying to get across, just not only with my workers or with the owners or promoters or clientele out there. I just want everyone to know, understand, like, this is not just a job to me. This is, like, now for me a way of life.
Yep.
This is what I do to bring the money to the table. This is how I can help. I've done things for the community, in my community, if it's collecting coats and all that to give. Like, I don't wait for somebody to call me and ask me, hey, do you want to help in this? I try to find ways of helping however I can. I could probably do more, but for the meantime, I'm doing what I can.
Yep.
And I try to do my best.
At least you're doing something, man. A lot of people ain't doing nothing.
Yep. Yeah, no, me and Byron had this conversation a lot of times, and, like, one of the things that we think that needs to be put out there in, like, a larger scale, and, like, knowledge. And I think a lot of knowledge about the business is missing, because so that's something.
I like the point that Brian brought up about you get what you pay for.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? When you looking for a guy, you know, who has a team together, who cares about what they're doing, you know what I mean? They're staying after late, they're cleaning bathrooms, they're mopping floors and shit like that, versus, you know, a club putting together a team of, you know, 5 or 6 random ass guys who, you know, 2 of them do MMA, and, you know, 2 of them, you know, fucking
bodybuilders.
don't do, you know what I mean? You know, it's just random dudes that you
The fifth one work at Market Basket.
You know what I'm saying? It shows, bro. It shows.
And that's why I said earlier with the whole you can do your solo thing, or you can work for guys like me and Byron that have the knowledge, the connections, the drive, the stamina for this game, rather than you going on your own and probably going in there blindly. It's like fighting a heavyweight fighter without training.
That's
Yep.
exactly
That's
what
what
it
you're
was.
doing.
Yes.
But with me, we can train you. Rocky. Like, you know,
Maybe not Rocky. Maybe not do Rocky. Rocky got punched in the face a lot.
well, in the game, you're going to take a couple hits.
12 straight rounds? No. Rocky was getting rocked.
Now you know how you got the name.
Maybe we go Creed. Can we go Creed? He won a couple fights, you know?
But that's the point I'm trying to get across.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it took us a while to get to where we're at. A lot of sweat, a lot of tears, a lot of time, a lot of energy. I ain't gonna lie, this business that's taking friendships from me, that's taking time from me. I don't even live in the state no more. I live out of state. My girl is pregnant out of state. And I can't be there. Why? Because I got to be here. Make sure the company's going good. Making sure my employees are good. The businesses are good. Because if this falls apart, it's not just my world that's going to come crashing. It's my employees. And then the owner's going to, like, it's a lot. So trust me, when I put a lot into this, I put a lot into this.
Yeah.
You can see it.
I want to say I commend you both. I commend you both for that.
Yeah, I commend you.
Because, like, during COVID, I, like, started something similar to what you guys, but I didn't have the vision big enough to think that it can grow to that big and that heights. You know what I mean? So I had the same, you know what I mean, vision as you during COVID, where I had a bunch of people who I knew that had skill sets that didn't have jobs. And then I did a similar thing, or like to what Byron was doing, is I was finding jobs and finding places for people during COVID. You know what I mean? To make sure that they were making money as well. And then I ain't gonna lie, I took a little bit off the top so I could pay for my ramen noodles too, because we were all broke. But I never thought in my head to take that and form it into like an actual company, taking it to the level you guys do. So I commend both of you guys for that one, 100%.
You see what we defer though, which I aspire to be like him, and he kind of aspires to be like me. See, me, I'm a lone wolf right now. You know what I mean? I don't got the support system that he got, which is unbelievable. Bro. He's lucky. He got a nice little. Are you married, right? You got married? Are you married?
I mean, we
you got
see
a
the
girl?
ice.
I am
The kid,
engaged.
about to have a
I'm
kid.
engaged.
We see
You know
the
what I'm
ice.
saying? Yo, that's a big thing, bro. Like having a support system around you to
That
be
is
able
real
to,
big.
bro. That's what I'm lacking right now, which is why I put so much of the bulk on my back. You know what I mean? Because if I stop ticking, it's
And that's
done.
not easy.
You know
That's
what I'm
not
saying? So, and I'm, I think shit. The last 2 days, bro, I just came straight from the Cape, bro, just now, just to make it here in time, bro. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm all over the place, doing it all dolo,
Yep.
and it's hard as hell. So I wish I had a little bit more support. I wish I had a nice girl that, you know what I mean, that can help me with some of that shit
Well,
that they helping him with. You know what I mean?
I'm not a girl, but I wouldn't mind helping y'all if
Bro, I got you too, man. I got the networking, bro.
Yo,
I got
that's
I
it,
got the
man.
big money clientele that, you know what I mean?
that's a big thing in this game that we probably didn't speak too much about.
Networking.
That support system.
Yep.
Without that, we probably would have failed way sooner or whatever. But yeah, my support system is there because there's been times, I ain't gonna lie, I've cried, I've stressed, I've got anxious, nervous, and my support system comes in when it needs to come in and brings me back up and reminds me the person I am and who I am, and reminds me the people counting on me. So I'm like, I got to shake it off. All right, get back to the game. So I will definitely let you know you got my support. If there's anything I can help you with, I got you, my guy.
There we go. Look at
man,
that.
Same goes to you, bro. I got you. You know what I mean?
I fuck with that.
We're gonna do a lot of good business in the future, man. That's what Certified Security Alliance is all about.
Oh,
to be
yes,
honest.
sir.
You know what I mean?
Sir.
I'm trying to get into an avenue of like, I don't like to try to reveal too many business plans and shit like that, but I want to get into a lot of training type stuff. Me and Tori been talking about it a lot. Firearms training.
Oh,
You
that,
know.
that would be good.
You know what I mean? Training other people's staff. You know what I mean? Like these different clubs and different bars, training their security staff on how to do things the right way.
Yep.
Especially, I got a lot of guys trying to now either get their their license to carry LTC, or guys that have just recently got their LTC, And yeah, because
Hey, don't say too much, man. Be people watching this, man. Be giving all
That's
up.
right. You know, hey, but
This off the
they ain't
camera
got
talk.
the clientele and the connects that I got, so they can do whatever they want with no connects.
I want them.
connects,
No,
they
I
can't
want.
do
I
shit.
like our head start. I want them to start when we start. I'm
Yeah, you
not
already
trying
know.
to be.
It don't matter.
I hate to sound like a hater, everybody, but like no free. You got enough free info today. Off of
game.
that. You got
Free
enough free
game.
game. Like no, don't give them. Don't
free
give them the
game.
business plans.
I got a lot of ideas, bro.
It's about 2,500 people that watch this. Like, wait.
Ideas.
Well, like,
But yeah,
oh.
that's the movement we going in, man.
Yeah, no.
Training
We could
shit
definitely
up.
get into more of that in off detail. One thing I want to make sure I get to before we run out of time here is how can guys reach you guys? Like, what's the best form of method to reach you? So, let's say someone watches this video and say, "Listen, that's the team. I need to be a part of that team, and I need to figure out how I can get down with them." What's the best way for them to get in touch with you guys?
Oh, shit.
That's not the way. Let's maybe not do that way. Let's try again.
Certified Security Alliance on Instagram. Certified Security Alliance on Instagram. Black Excellence on Instagram. That's the easiest way. I have to check that daily. Emails, all that. I mean, I'm sure we'll be able to post it. Is there a way to post it?
Yeah, I'll be able to post that.
Mine will probably be Roy Enforcer on Instagram. And we have an office number, so if you want to call directly, and if we're not there, you leave a voicemail, and then we will definitely call you right back.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's get into some fun stuff, yo. All right, who you got? Michael Jordan and LeBron.
This is so old now.
Bro,
Ain't no new basketball players to put in the argument.
bro,
Agree or disagree?
bro.
Dude,
I know you hate this
The
argument.
greatest basketball player of all time is Michael Jordan, but if you, I mean,
I don't think Michael Jordan is the greatest
think
player of all
without-
time.
I've already said my Listen, I've already
I
said
think
my
he's,
piece.
I think he's the
bro.
most
I'm
electrifying basketball
I'm
player
done
of all
getting
time.
ripped apart for it, but I'm gonna stand on Steph Curry, dog.
what the greatest?
What?
Steph,
Wow, yeah.
Steph,
Great-
all of
greatest
Steph
point
Curry's
guard?
no, all of Steph Curry's championships he beat LeBron.
No,
down.
no, because he beat the Celtics, so he couldn't have beat
He
LeBron.
might as well beat LeBron.
He forgot about
when
the one
did
where he
you-
beat the Celtics.
He beat the
He
Celtics.
totally
Might as well-
forgot.
No, he might as well beat LeBron.
You totally forgot
Tatum,
about that
he had to
time.
beat
I
Tatum.
reminded you.
He had to beat Tatum, bro. Come on.
So we're gonna talk about Stephen Curry always being.
First of all, Jason Tatum, how many points did he score in the Olympics?
No. We're gonna talk about that 3-1 comeback because you're forgetting that comeback LeBron did on him.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
he came
LeBron-
back from 3-1.
Listen,
With one
I
other
can't take
player.
away- I can never take away LeBron's accolades. When he was in Cleveland as a rookie, he brought him to the finals for what?
They
No,
got
no,
two
let's
rings
fast-
with- They got
Like,
two
let's
rings with
be
Kevin
real.
Durant, bro.
Let's fast forward.
How
Let's
can you
fast.
say Curry was the best when he was
just
when he
saying,
was the
bro.
second
He's
best on
just-
two
dude,
title
He's
teams?
just, dude.
Facts.
I'm telling
He
you.
was the second best on two title teams. Yo, and
So
Steph
start
Curry
winning
is
again.
Curry is my favorite,
I'm telling you, Curry.
second favorite basketball
Curry
player.
is
What?
It's,
No.
it's Braun and Curry.
Celtics
I
not
mean,
winning again.
And
those two
if you
together,
want to
those
say,
two together.
and also if you want to say who currently has the potential to be LeBron, or I'm not gonna say better than LeBron, because I'll probably never be done. Ant Edwards is probably damn near fucking.
How? What?
Because
how do
he
you
can
stand
play.
on that?
Because he can play every position,
Off
and he
what?
can play defense.
Hold the fuck up.
He ain't been in the league
Bro,
long
he can
enough to have
dunk.
this
He can
conversation.
dunk on anybody. Okay, I said. You said coming up. It very well potentially
See,
could be
this
Ant Man.
This is what you call recency bias.
No, bro, because
He-
Ant Man can
Braun
go and
had
dunk
been
on
around-
anybody.
Braun
He can
been
shoot the
around for
three. He
20
can cross people up,
Braun-
and he can play D.
Braun been around for 20 damn years.
Okay.
If you don't go pull up
Bro.
if you don't go pull up the fucking his old games against the Pistons, his old games,
What? Where he couldn't shoot threes?
bro, he didn't need to shoot threes. Bro.
I'm just
Nobody
saying,
shot threes
dismantled-
back then, though.
He
No,
dismantled
you're right.
those teams.
Of
bro,
course he.
by
That's what I said.
himself.
Accolades.
Sorry.
Accolades. He's
By
unbelievable.
himself, bro.
Tory, your
For the
boy.
first 10 years, he was dolo, bro. What?
Oh, I definitely set this up, yeah.
Tory,
Yo,
your boy's
Zadrunas
about-
Aglauskas, bro.
Damn.
Anderson Varejao, bro. What are you talking about?
I just said
Calm
that.
down,
His
calm down.
first years in
Huh?
the league, he had nobody. He brought Cleveland to the finals,
Delva
hands down.
Dova?
Hands down, he had
Delva
nobody.
Dova? Mo Williams?
That's what I'm saying.
What are we talking
His
about?
best player,
What are you
came
talking- what the
after
hell
his
you-
rookie
yo,
contract. And it was
You're
Kyrie.
making me lose respect for you because you're a damn good basketball player, but your
Nah, I
knowledge of
suck.
basketball is
I
fucking
suck,
ass.
dog. I
It's
suck.
alright.
Oh
I suck.
man, bro, you're crazy, man.
I suck.
Edwards, he said
Sorry,
Ant
No,
Boy,
Ant
Jesus
Edwards.
Christ,
Ant
right
Edwards
out
coming
here.
up could be disgusting. He very well could be.
He hasn't even
I'm still
sniffed
off the
title.
Jason Tatum concept. No, Jason Tatum was the second best player on his team with the Celtics. So, like, I don't know.
Why? You still think Jaylen Brown?
I mean, he did win 2 MVPs.
He did.
MVP means most valuable player. How do you argue the most valuable player being better than the other player on the same team?
Because I always find it hard when you have 2 or 3 superstars on a team to give out an MVP. Because if you
Andre
lose one of those
Iguodala.
other guys, they just double him.
Andre Iguodala.
Iguodala
Won
what did
a
he do?
finals.
Hold on, but
He
what did
won.
he do?
He
What
won a
did he do?
finals MVP.
But what did he do?
And he
smashed
had
LeBron twice.
Okay, but then
games.
he had Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson
nobody
on his
made the
team,
argument for
Draymond
Jordan.
Green. Like
I know.
he
But I'm
had 3
saying he
other
locked them down.
superstars on his team, and he still won MVP.
But I'm just saying he locked them down.
Okay, Kawhi Leonard.
Hey, everybody.
I miss Kawhi.
I can name people who won MVP that was the best. You know what I
I
mean?
miss
That-
Kawhi because I don't even know if Kawhi will ever come back and be the same player again.
He's
I
still
don't
the
even
same
know-
player.
He's never gonna come back. He's still the same injured ass player.
He's still the
been.
same
It's
player.
the
He's
same.
always been. Yeah.
Like it scares me like that with Lamelo because Lamelo is disgusting and he's probably done. Lamelo's goddamn.
Oh,
that
you done
kid's
lost
gifted.
me now, man. Why the hell we talking about LaMelo Ball?
Yeah. Why are we talking about any of the balls?
That
in
one.
this-
We're talking about future players.
All
that
right,
are
fast
coming up.
forward. Future players. All right, predictions for Bronny.
Traded.
He'll be out the league in 5 years.
Yep.
As soon as his contract's up.
I bet you he gets it. 10. Do you know? But
He'll
I
be
did
playing
hear.
in Australia in 2029.
No, Byron's. Byron's.
Overseas, definitely overseas.
Whoa.
So no,
He's
Byron.
playing for China.
No, Byron. For real, what I heard is the only reason why they drafted him and why they're keeping him is that LeBron is a front runner and being one of the prime investors in buying the Lakers soon. Because like the Celtics just sold.
Wouldn't doubt it.
That's they.
Hold on.
For
So
real.
This is different than the Lakers, bro. The buses are not selling the goddamn team.
There's already been talk
Yeah.
about turning
Genie
into hedge
Bus is
funds.
gonna
And stuff.
sell the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's already been out there, and they're saying LeBron. They're trying to go out do that like LeBron, Jay-Z. They're trying to do that investment hedge fund group, and they're saying LeBron could be the front runner, and the only way that they could get him to do it is possibly have Bronny, because Bronny wasn't even close to one of the should never have gotten drafted in my opinion.
So
He should have been a
LeBron's gonna be a
restricted free
minority
agent.
owner
Yeah, minority.
because there's no way in fuck. He
I'm
could
just
afford the
I'm just
Lakers.
telling you that is kind of the
It's
talk
like a $10
around.
billion team.
That they're saying that
Yo.
there's only X amount of people that can afford to even buy in on that because of how valuable the Lakers are, and LeBron is one of
You're
them.
gonna need a team of people. It's gonna be like 30.
That's what they
owners,
just
bro.
said, a hedge fund. It's going to be
And-
a hedge fund with LeBron being the face.
In all respect to battle rap, I got to say this. Random. Now I realize why P. Diddy wasn't allowed to buy the Carolina Panthers. Random. I said random. I said it, but like, damn, I never thought of that until y'all started talking. You brought up Stephen Curry. And I remember Stephen Curry and P. Diddy were trying to buy the Carolina Panthers. And now I'm like, I can see how they stopped him from
All
pursuing
because
that.
of that Jeffrey guy who has an island.
I realized just now, I was like, oh, so that's how they got him to fall out of that. Like, no, dude, you're not buying the Panthers. It's
There's a
not.
bunch of like pro players, like Jalen Brown owns a soccer team over in Europe. Like
LeBron owns a soccer team.
LeBron owns a soccer team. There's a bunch of pro athletes now that are starting to buy teams.
All right, Super Bowl predictions.
God damn.
Yeah, it's early, too. Week
Season
2.
just fucking started.
Week 2, Super Bowl
I'm not
predictions.
Stephen A. Smith,
Chiefs,
bro.
Cowboys.
I was say
Chiefs, Cowboys.
Cowboys.
not Cowboys, but
Chiefs,
for sure.
Cowboys.
Why?
Mahomes has to beat another one of America's
Why do
teams.
people believe in the Cowboys?
I don't
Bro,
believe
the
in the
Cowboys
Cowboys.
are
I
not
believe in
going
the
nowhere.
media.
Cowboys haven't done shit in 30 years, bro.
Exactly my point.
Nothing.
Exactly. So
So why
Mahomes
are you-
has to take down another one of America's
Cowboys,
teams.
that's
It's
a
Cowboys.
side bet, yo. Cowboys can't even make it out of the first round, bro.
That's exactly. It's going to be a Cinderella story. But think about it. It's going to be a Cinderella story for the Cowboys, and then they're going to be up against the defending champs, Mahomes, and then it's going to be a big split. Will
What do
the
you- what do you
underdog
think
win,
about,
or
about the Ravens though?
what about the
Didn't-
Ravens?
didn't they get a
I don't
good
see Lamar
pick?
Jackson making it to the end of the
Nah,
season.
I don't
They
either.
had, well, they had, they picked up Henry.
Yeah. You don't think with that?
Yo,
add-on
they
to the
only
team?
lost by
No,
a
no, no. I'm
touchdown
talking about
last
Lamar
game,
Jackson's
bro.
health. I don't see him lasting to the end of the season.
Really?
Yeah, I don't see
Ravens
him
played
laughing
like
out those games.
absolute garbage and almost beat.
He could play,
Chiefs,
but like
bro.
the injury that he has right now, I don't see him playing his top game right now.
I see him doing more this season now that he doesn't have to outrun players because now he has Henry. So now you got defensive people like, damn, is Jackson taking it or is he giving it to Henry? So now it wasn't like before that they had more of their attention on him.
Mm-hmm.
So now there's going to be a lot of options. He's going to run option play like crazy. With
Okay,
Henry.
I'll believe in the Ravens if all their wide receivers cut off their big toe.
What about the
Whoa.
what about the Jets?
Travis
though?
Kelsey engaged
Kelsey?
now to Taylor Swift?
So here's the thing I
was
see.
so shocked.
3
Okay,
minutes left. We gotta talk about. This
okay.
shit.
So one thing that I seen about Taylor Swift is they leaked the PR document that planned their breakup
Oh, shut
later
up,
this
bro.
month.
I don't
So
wanna hear
apparently
that bullshit.
September 29th they supposed to break up. So they leaking that. So like
Okay.
there's that right there. So the engagement, man, maybe the engagement was to counter the PR thing, but she just came out and said that she was voting for Kamala Harris. So we'll see how
Kamala.
everybody.
Like,
Sure.
we butcher her name.
Sure, Kamala Harris.
Kamala.
Sure.
So anyway,
Better
so,
say
so
Sure.
Kendrick Lamar's performing at the Super Bowl just so Taylor Swift could come out and do Bad Blood.
I think Kendrick Lamar is just gonna do "They Not Like Us,"
'Cause
and
you
then they're
know-
gonna do "They Not Like Us"
you
in
know he
Over and
reverse.
wants-
over and over and over.
Taylor.
Then they're gonna do "They Not Like Us" in Asian
Oh, they're gonna do- yeah, they not like us remix.
remix, West Coast edition.
No,
Chopped
but
and screwed.
the Jets. You think the Jets are going to win more than 4 games this year?
The Jets
Yeah.
winning more than 4
Of course.
games. I could see
Of
them
course.
winning 5 games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
4 and a
I
half.
could see them winning 8 games.
I could see them splitting with like.
they didn't look that bad.
I could see them splitting
Jets
with
will
like
win
the
8 games.
Patriots. Because you got to remember the Patriots still in that division. They got to play them twice.
That
That's one
Patriots
game right there.
defense is stupid,
They'll
bro.
beat Washington. That's another
Hold
game.
on, don't disrespect that Patriot defense.
I didn't. I said they split.
Yeah,
So they
that,
split.
that Patriot
I
defense
didn't
is
watch.
bad.
I didn't watch all of week 1. But how did the Bengals do?
Ooh, I didn't watch that game.
How'd
I don't
the
have.
Bengals do?
I don't have
Byron,
season ticket.
how'd the Bengals do?
I don't have a season ticket this year.
I'm curious to see if Joe
Well, it's not
Burrows
season
comes
ticket.
back
What the
on
hell is it
fire.
called? Joe Burrow? Oh,
Yeah.
all right. We're not going to talk about Joe Burrow.
I'm just saying. I'm just curious to see if he
Macaulay
comes back on
Culkin
fire.
looking
Yeah, talk about Joe Burrow. Hey, yo, any last words? Any messages you want to get out to everybody out there on the behalf of Certified Security Alliance? Byron.
Any message? I mean, yo, watch out for 2025, bro. You know what I mean? This is a slow grind for me, bro. I'm taking my sweet ass time. I'm just stacking money on my own. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like I easily could be, making other moves and stuff like that as far as building a team, and then, without giving away too many of my plans for 2025. But
Mhm.
like, I could be doing more to put others on, but the first thing is getting me right and making sure that I got enough. Dude, how much of your personal money you put into this? You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
sir.
like that's where I'm at right now.
Yep.
Stacking it because I know a lot of money's gonna go. My personal money's gonna go into this.
All right. And then on behalf of the Royal Enforcers, Jeff, what message you got out for the people out there?
You kind of got an insight of what we deal with, what we go through, and what we try and what we thrive to do. Pretty much all I got to say is a lot has been said, a lot has been talked about, but at the end of the day, like I told my guy Byron, what my guy Byron said, 2025 is the whole new year, it's a whole new way, and we're just in the building process. There's no, this is it, we're here now. We're going to continue building, we're going to continue thriving and pushing, and I expect from this today, there's a lot coming up that you guys might be surprised for.
All right. And then y'all know what that bell sound means, yo. That is the end of the episode. Shout out to Certified Security Alliance and Royal Enforcers for coming on. This weekend, we got Vibes Restaurant. They're bringing their brunch back. Instead of every month, they're doing it every weekend now. So 1 p.m. at Vibes Restaurant, they have a brunch there. No Chaser will be in attendance for that brunch. So we'll see you guys soon.